Welcome back to AG Chelsea TV. Join us to find out the latest news about Chelsea in the past 24 hours. Please subscribe and turn on notifications to not miss daily news about Chelsea, and we'll start right now. Chelsea watching €7 million defender. Despite Chelsea's good form, there are a number of areas where first team can be improved. Our 4-2 win yesterday was a reminder that, for all our attacking threat, we're still very flimsy at the back. A major issue there is the goalkeeper. We've never been convinced by Robert Sanchez and never will be, but there's also a strong argument that we could use some better defenders too. Levi, Colwill and Wesley Fofana have had a good start to the season, but their backups Benarar Bajashile and Axel Disasi have never really convinced as top-tier options. Perhaps it should be no surprise to hear us linked with yet more young talents from abroad then, as we look to build a super team with elite potential from front to back. Fabrizio Romano has today written in his daily briefing column for Court Offside that the Blues are big admirers of Thomas Araujo of Benfica, valued by Transfermarkt at €7 million, but surely not moving for anything less than a few times that. Whatever happens, we wouldn't expect any action in January. This is a crowded squad and they will want to minimize mid-season disruption. There are still plenty of players to be sold before any more come in, but by next summer we expect Enzo Maresca and the sporting directors to have a grip on what they think of the centre-backs available to them, and from there they can commit major efforts to finding the elite option of the future we still need. That could well be Araujo. Would then have the rest of this season to continue playing and developing with the Portuguese giants. Long term, this is definitely one to keep an eye on. Kendry Paez dropped by his team. Chelsea have signed so many incredible young players that it can be hard to keep track of them at times. One who is already always in the headlines, however, is Kendry Perez. As a true wonderkid, and especially one who comes from a smaller country and thus has even more media attention on him, he's rarely out of the headlines. He's already getting a bit of a reputation for his precocious talent, but also something of an attitude which not everyone loves. Having broken into the team as a 15-year-old, recent games have seen him back on the bench, a controversial decision among independent fans, as outlined by Ecuador sports blog El Crack Deportes. The footballer, still just 17 years old, has dropped his level, and for this reason manager Javier Gandolfini has decided to relegate him to the subs bench. Although he always comes on, it's a situation which is still full of unknowns. But what's clear is the poor form of Perez. The duel is not influential in the play of his team, who need him at 100% to compete for the second phase of the league, which has been led to this point by LDU Quito. It's inevitable that a young player who is phenomenally talented and ahead of everyone else in his country, let alone his age group, is going to have some ups and downs. It's just unlucky for Kendry that he's so in the spotlight at such a young age. When most people would still be an unknown in a youth team somewhere, the arrogance which we hear about sometimes is surely due to the fact that he's just such a big fish in a small pond. When he comes to Europe and starts training and playing with the big boys, we're sure he will be seen as humble and studious. Jadon Sancho on what made win extra special. Jadon Sancho started for Chelsea for the first time at Stamford Bridge yesterday, and was part of a very enjoyable win, which saw the Blues blow away Brighton with a 4-goal performance in the first half. Sancho played his part. He won a penalty and assisted Cole Palmer for another goal later on. He spoke at length earlier about his relationship with Palmer. The two know each other from years ago in the Manchester City Academy, and are already showing the fruits of that relationship on the pitch. But beyond that, it was a great day for Londoner Jadon to come back home after almost 10 years away. He explained to the club's official website that he had friends and family watching from the stands. Overall, I was just happy to play at Stamford Bridge for the first time as a Chelsea player. It was a great feeling and I really appreciated the reception I got from the fans, Sancho said. It was a great feeling to get a standing ovation from the fans, and my family and friends were in the crowd for the game, so that made it extra special. It's been clear from the moment that the transfer was announced that returning to London is a major factor in all this for Jadon. We hope it's also something which helps him overcome the difficulty he's had in Manchester. His talent has always been known, it's just been a question of getting the best out of him. Putting him in an environment where he's comfortable, and then also surrounding him with people he's known for years like Palmer, is a great way to begin the process of trying to unlock that talent. stats show Chelsea missing this one thing to be a winning machine. Chelsea tore Brighton apart yesterday with a first-half salvo of 4 goals, which saw the Blues race into a lead so strong that even some calamitous defending didn't cost them 3 points. In the end, the Blues clocked 3.2 expected goals, XG, their best return of the season by some distance. That's not even taking into account some major chances, which were ruled out due to small offsides. Enzo will be happy with the upwards trend in that department. 1.0, 1.6, 2.4, 0.8, 2.2, 3.2 in our first 6 games of the season. We basically want to keep that number above 2 in every game, while keeping the XG against at 1 or under. In attack, not much needs to change. Brighton made it easy for us by playing such an open style, but the squad now has such a variety of players with different styles and strengths that Enzo has the tools to unlock any defense. In defense, much more stability is needed. After a good run, Robert Sanchez made mistakes on both goals yesterday, and there was more sloppiness passing out from the back, which could have easily cost us had we been playing a more solid defensive team. Malo Gusto is a great player, but he's a risk taker. Marc Cucurella has his strengths, but we all know he's prone to at least one gaffe a game. That creates instability out wide, and Levi, Colwill and Wesley Fofana, for all their quality, are not yet a rock-solid partnership able to deal with full backs and a goalkeeper, all liable to put them in sticky situations at least once a game. Familiarity in the back line should come with time, and that's what we're relying on to reduce those silly mistakes and really make this team a winning machine. Chelsea face competition for Serie A Wonderkid. AC Milan have reportedly joined the race to sign Lex star Patrick Dorgu, but face competition from a host of Premier League teams. Dorgu enjoyed a breakout season for the Serie A team in 2023-24, and that caught the interest of multiple sides across Europe. The left-back, who can also play as a wing-back, was wanted by Napoli this summer, but Luca Gotti's outfit managed to hold on to the 19-year-old. Now, Italian publication Tuttomercato claims Milan being credited with interest in Dorgu, alongside Chelsea, Tottenham, Manchester United, and Liverpool. Lex have him under contract until 2027, but if he continues to impress for both club and country this season, it may be difficult to keep him, especially if a sizable offer comes along. Dorgu, who was born to Nigerian parents but grew up in Copenhagen, played in FC Nordsjælland's academy in 2022 before making the switch to Lex at under 19 level. He was quickly catapulted into the Italian side's first team, and has since made 41 appearances, scored 3 goals, and bagged 1 assist in all competitions. Now, he is reportedly valued at upwards of €40 million, with Team Talk previously revealing that Chelsea could make a move for him in January. While Blues boss Enzo has been singing the praises first-choice left-back Marc Cucurella of late, he admitted Ben Chilwell is not in his long-term plans. Therefore, having a younger, quality option to compete with Cucurella would be something head coach Maresca could get behind. However, it is likely they will still need to shift on the England international first, before being able to find his replacement. And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support AG Chelsea TV.